Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brittany of BrittanyJJones.com. If this is your first time tuning in to my channel, welcome. I hope that you will like what you see and subscribe below for more. In today's video, I'm really excited because it's time to start talking about and also making. It's definitely time to start making my Marine Corps birthday ball that I'm going to be wearing this year. Hubs and I are going to the ball, which I'm excited about because it's been a couple of years since we've last attended one. I think the last time we went, we were in South Carolina, and that's been some years ago. So I'm excited to be able to attend this year with Hubs. It's gonna be really fun. So in this video, I'm gonna show you all the pattern that I picked, the dress to make. I'm also gonna show you the other two that I was kind of looking for, but they didn't have it in the store, and also the one that I made previously. So I'll also show you the fabric that I have planned to make. So it's gonna be a good video. Let's get started. So the first picture I'm going to put up here is of the dress that I made and wore to the last ball that we attended, and it is a Vogue pattern. I'll put the number here also, but you can see that it's very like subtle and elegant. It's very just straight on the front, but in the back you have a really pretty drape detail. It's long sleeve, and it didn't have much of a train. It was just a long floor length dress, and I just loved it. I made it in like this burgundy velvet. I felt amazing in it. I got compliments on it, and then I think I got like 2 or 3 compliments. And then when I said I made it, then it was like, oh my gosh. So I felt really great in my dress. And you can see the back detail again. It has that drape on it. I actually added like that little bit of a covering because I wanted to still be able to wear a bra and also some shapewear. So I kind of added a piece of fabric there that didn't interfere with the drape. It was still able to drape really nicely. So I love that dress, and that's basically what I want when I'm looking for a ball gown. I want long sleeves. Well, if it's during this time of the year. So this was in November when I made this one, as well as this one's going to be in November too. So I want long sleeves because I get really cold easily. As you can see, I'm in a sweater right now. So I need sleeves because I don't want to have to worry about a jacket or a shawl or anything like that. So it needs to be long sleeves, and I want it to be floor length because I want to be able to wear as many Spanx and shapewear as I want. And I also don't want to fidget with the dress. Like, I just want it to be down and stay down. Like, I don't want to be fidgeting. I don't want any of that when I'm like going to a military ball. I want to be comfortable, but I still want to be nice and elegant and, you know, just feel good in the dress that I'm making. So that's what I look for in a pattern to make for the ball. So now that we have what I made previously, I'm going to show you the 2 Vogue patterns that I had in mind to go to this year's ball. And I actually went to the store looking for them, but they were not in the drawer, and I was so bummed because I just knew I'd be able to get either or. I had 2 options. I just knew one of those was going to be in the drawer, and they were not. So I was like, but anyway, the first one that I had, and I really wanted this one, was Vogue 1657. I actually have this one in my pattern drawer in storage, wherever that is. So if I would have had my patterns, I probably would have made this dress. I love that little pleat detail along the front bodice and the skirt. It almost kind of looks like it's the twist. Y'all know how the fabric twists, a little twisty trend in the dresses. I've made a couple sew-alongs of it. It kind of resembles that, not obviously all the way, but it kind of has that illusion. But I think that's just a really great detail, and I just loved it. The one thing I would have changed though, if I would have went with this dress, was I would have added, maybe did a little gathers around the sleeve to add a band or a casing or something, because the sleeves are just like loosey-goosey, and that's not my jam at all. So I would have changed that if I would have went with this pattern, but it wasn't in the drawer. But this was an option for my ball dress. And the second option that I had for it was Vogue 1520. I thought that one was really nice. So you see the sleeves, you see the length. That is just my vibe whenever I'm thinking about what I'm gonna make for the ball. I just want to be comfortable. Like, just give me some comfort. Comfort and elegance, and I'm good. And you see this one here has a split in it, but again, I love this dress. I thought it was really nice. but I didn't have it in the drawer. So when I didn't find those 2 patterns, I had to pull out a catalog really quick and just try to find something. Luckily, I do believe McCall's was on sale while I was in there, and I came across McCall's 8037, and this is the pattern that I decided to go with for my military ball dress. And I'm gonna go with view C on this pattern. This pattern, again, the sleeves are there. I'm gonna be warm. It's nice, it's long, it has a little bit of a train, which I'm fine with, and it has that drape detail, so I'm basically making the other dress with the drape is in the front, and I'm okay with that. All right, that's what I like, so that's what I'm gonna go with. Now I was looking at the split, and I don't know if I'm gonna close it up or not. I was just thinking on my way to work, I think I may close it up, just because, again, as I'm walking around, I don't want to have to pull, you know, I don't want to be worried if the split is rising up. I just want to be able to walk and do what I gotta do, and I don't want to be worried and fidgeting with the dress. So I'm thinking I'm gonna close that split up in the front. And I feel like since it has a tiny train in the back, it shouldn't mess up my steps. I shouldn't have to take little baby steps. So this is the pattern that I'm gonna go with, McCall's 8037. I'm gonna make view C, and I really need to get started because the ball is not this weekend, it's next weekend. So I'm down to about a week and a half. So I looked on the back of the pattern. This is an easy pattern. They have easy at the top. It's for moderate stretch knits. I do plan to use a stretch velvet for my dress, and I'll show you the velvet that I'm thinking about. The color, it says that you, as far as notions go, you just need 1 1/4 yards of 3/8 of an inch elastic and some seam binding. It doesn't mention lining, but I'm gonna see once I lay the pieces out and everything if I want to line it. I'll look over the instructions, because I may want to line the bodice portion. I don't know, I gotta see what's happening in there. But yeah, I'm so excited. I cannot wait. It's gonna be fun. So now that I know my pattern, I've decided on it. Let's go fabric shopping. I've decided to go with our stretch velvet in the color red for this dress. So basically I'll just kind of look like this illustration, which I'm totally fine with because red just looks good. I love it, and I know Hubs has red in his uniform. So yeah. Okay, I hope you all can hear me. So looking at the pattern instructions for view C, I need about 1 1/4 yards. What? I do notice that the hip measurement for the finished garments is a 47 for the largest size on the pattern. I'm pretty sure my hips are maybe 2-3 inches fuller than that, which is fine. I mean, it'll hug. But I'm just gonna go with the larger size on the pattern as far as the yardage that I'm gonna cut. So I'm just gonna cut 3 yards. It says 3 1/4. I can make it work with 3, maybe. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my fabric out now. I just finished cutting out the pattern. I cut the size 22 for the bodice and for the skirt. I'm looking at the sewing instructions right now, and it's 22 steps. So I'm pretty confident I can get through this in a day. Looking at the sewing instructions, I don't think I'm going to line it, just because, number one, the location where we were when we went last time to the ball, we were close to the water, and you know, anytime at night close by water, it's going to be chill, it's going to be colder, and it was in November. I don't think the location is near water, so I think it may not be as cold as it was then. I think the velvet is thick enough. I'll be fine. It's a nice weight velvet. It's not thin, so this will be good. And also just looking at the coil neckline, how they're doing the shoulders. If it was just stitch to shoulders kind of bodice, then I would line it, but because of the neckline, I don't feel like figuring that out for the lining, just because of how the shoulders are stitched and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna sew it how the pattern says to sew it. And I will probably stitch up the split in the front of the skirt. I'll probably baste it in place first and kind of walk in it to see if there's any you know, riding up or anything. So I'll do a basting stitch in it before I do my permanent stitch. But yeah, the pattern is all cut out. It's a total of 1, 2, 3, 5 pieces, and then you have your elastic guide piece. And again, looking at these steps, I said 22, but I don't have to do step 17 because that's just finishing off the sleeveless armhole. So you're looking at about 21 steps depending on which view you make. And again, I'm gonna go with view C. So yeah, I'm not gonna cut out fabric today. It is 10:27. As you can see, I'm here at work. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting ready for today here at work. Sweeping the floor, you know, getting fabrics restocked out here on the shelves for the customers, and just seeing other things that I can do before we open at 11. So that's all. And if you are local to Atlanta, or if you're planning a visit, I will put our address and store hours down below. We would love to have you in the store. You can come check out these other velvets too. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. I really hope that you all enjoyed the video. I'm excited. I cannot wait just to hang out with Hubs and just enjoy the ball. Like I said, we haven't been to one in a couple years, so this is gonna be fun. But all right, y'all, I will talk to y'all later. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Blessings, everyone. Bye.